Every day, you make choices that make you legendary. Journey together with us on the path to securing your legacy as a member of the League of Legends. With the Select Platinum Bundle Fee Premium Bank offering, you will access tools that will enable you to thrive. If you earn 850,000 Namibian dollars per annum or more, you can apply for this offering today via bankvintuk.com.na for only 447 Namibian dollars per month. Bank Vintuk, a member of Capricorn Group.
Accountant en Windhoek. Met 'n hoër pos en waarvis, maar die accountant en Windhoek pay nog steeds meer as ek. Leefkoste is duurder en wat jy maak. So as jou firma half is, moet jy We are back at the Capricorn Group Schools Netball League. Here we have Windhoek Gymnasium versus Windhoek Afrikaans Private School ready to take to the court in a few minutes. We have just started our warm-ups, so it is likely to still be a few minutes. My lovely co-commentator, it's been a struggle being the most beautiful commentator throughout the Capricorn Group Schools Netball League. I needed a rest, so I got a more beautiful commentator in. Delia de Villiers joining me all the way from Walvis Bay. Delia, what are you expecting for this match?
Firstly, I'm blushing, Irene. You're also very beautiful.
You look even more beautiful when you blush, I must say.
No, I'm very excited for this match because both teams are from Windhoek, so both are used to the climate. For previous matches, we saw both are good in defense and offense. So I don't really know what to expect. This is literally, how can I say, the best there is.
Yeah, we see on the under-14 league, which this is the under-14 division, we have Windhoek Afrikaans Private School in second and Windhoek Gymnasium in first, and Windhoek Afrikaans Private School all the way down there in fourth position of the four teams that we have on our league standings currently. But Windhoek Afrikaans Private School has really been one of those schools that have really just brought absolute tenacity to the court throughout this league. So I don't know what happened. I don't know why they're lost. Not my handwriting, but I'm very, very excited. Windhoek Gymnasium, obviously, kind of the bulldog in netball for a couple of years. I think they've let go a little bit, especially in the last year or so. They are still winning, but I think their domination is not as overpowering as it always was.
Yes, I have to agree with you there.
Yeah. And as a Formula One fan myself, the current domination of Max Verstappen, I think, can be likened to the domination of Windhoek Gymnasium, in the sense that a lot of fans feel it takes the fun out of it and the excitement out of it and that sort of edge of your seat thing out of it. What do you think? Does total domination by a specific team, a specific sports person, take the fun and the excitement out of a sport?
Unless they're the Volvichas, I have to agree with you. The Volvichas, if they win, it can never get boring.
It could never get old. It could never. Christine Boma, if you are watching, you could win 1,000 more medals. We would cheer just as hard. I cried when she won. I think I would cry every single time. Even if she just took part, I think I would cry again. So if there's Namibian in their bloods, if there's a little Namibian kunkel in the kabel, I think we're very excited to see them dominate. But I guess that's the fun thing about dominating a specific kind of sport is it's fun when it's you.
That's very true, but if you're the opposite team, it's not so fun.
Yeah, but I think also that's what I really, really love about the process of watching a league is that again, in the same way that there's sort of a midfield battle in Formula One, where they're trying to see who's going to be
There's variation.
the top of the middle in the Constructors' Championship. You also kind of have a midfield battle at the Capricorn Group Schools Netball League. So that is really, really exciting, because I think more than just the cash prize, these teams are really fighting to see where they can land, what positions they can clinch for themselves. So that's the really nice thing about this league, is it's always quite a hardy battle. And I think these teams this year especially have gone in very cool-headed, very calculated. I think it's more than a sport now. I think it's really something they think about and something they take very seriously.
Yes. Nepal really developed over the past few years. Before, it was only a few teams here and they scattered, and you knew who was going to win because there were only so many teams in this country. But now, I don't know, we have a lot of Nepal teams, so it's a real challenge to get to the quarterfinals.
Yeah, I think especially with organizations like the Capricorn Group Schools Netball League, I believe is integral in the development of netball, but also like the private schools organization, the Namibian Private School Organization, NAPSO, constantly having the private school weekend, desert festivals, all these kinds of things that bring these different schools together. Even if it is a school of one sort, of one typing, they are still bringing schools together and giving them competition. So I think that is also in its own way contributing to the development of netball in Namibia, not just the Capricorn Schools Netball League, although this is kind of the piece de resistance of schools netball in Namibia. There are other factors that certainly, I think, do contribute to netball development in Namibia as well.
I have to agree with you there, yes, Irene. But I'm very excited for this match to start. You can see Windhoek Afrikaanse Preferred School practicing their goals, and I can't wait to see what's going to happen here. Maybe they surprise us and become first on the log. We'll never know.
Ooh, that seems like a possibility. We'll have to look at the points, how the points are awarded on the log currently. Windhoek Afrikaans Private School 3 points on the log versus Windhoek Gymnasium 7. So a real possibility that they could take it all for themselves this evening and go onwards and upwards tomorrow. We have all the finals of every age group, under 13, 14, 15, 17 and 19 in the Capricorn Group Schools Netball League here tomorrow. So do be sure to tune in for that. That is absolutely spectacular netball. I remember last year we were on the edge of our seats. I think some people grew to love netball at NTV. I think it was a job to them when they walked in, and it was, their second love when they walked out. I think that, especially the under-19 finals, really cultivated a love of netball under some of the members of the NTV team. So who knows, maybe some of our viewers as well.
We can see it's going to be a Windhoek Gymnasium ball. And there we have the start of the match. Windhoek Gymnasium is in their third currently. They have to play back because of the strong defense of WAP, like we saw in their previous games.
Mm-hmm. Which is a sort of a polar opposite of Windhoek Gymnasium. They're kind of known as the very sort of offense, very sort of attacking team. And that is our first goal for Windhoek Gymnasium.
It's a WAP ball right now.
They've absolutely been one of those teams thus far in this league that have really just, every match they've played, whether it was going well or not, they have not let up. A beautiful goal that. Did you see that? That was absolutely spectacular.
That was amazing.
So currently we are tied at 1 each, and I think WAP really have been one of those. In Afrikaans you would say a bitter einder.
Yeah.
They keep fighting, whether they are winning or losing, they keep fighting for it. Windhoek Gymnasium fighting for another goal now. WAP fighting to get their hands on that ball as they take possession there. Over the center now, looking to get over their third line.
We can once again see the strong defensive skills of WAP and the strong offensive skills of the Gymnasium, but it's teams that have different strong points.
Yes.
So it's how they say in Afrikaans, om te ewe.
Yes.
We do not know what's going to happen next.
Yeah. I think there's going to be quite a bit of back and forth in this match. I think it's all about who steps on the brake last at this point.
Yeah, for sure. Well, WAP has dominance over the ball so far. You can see that, but that was amazing defense from Windhoek Gymnasium. That was 3 seconds. Windhoek Gymnasium currently has the ball in their third. Amazing defense from WAP again. Unfortunately, she misses. Windhoek takes the rebounds, and that's a goal again for Windhoek. They are currently leading this match 2-1.
Yeah. You know what I find, what I really love about the Capricorn Group Schools Netball League? I've never seen an aggressive injury that was caused by contact and things like that at the Capricorn Group Schools Netball League. And that's very, very good to see, because it shows not just, sportswomanship and that they care for one another, all of that, but it shows utmost awareness of themselves in the players and where they are and where they shouldn't go.
And the camaraderie, we saw in the previous matches, if the opponent fell, the other team picked the opponent up, actually.
Yes.
So it's amazing to see.
Yeah, and I think there was, earlier in the league, there was one instance, I believe it was with Windhoek Afrikaans Private School, that is Gymnasium under their goalpost now. Unfortunately, not a goal for them there. Windhoek Afrikaans Private School takes possession. I think it was Windhoek Afrikaans Private School, or maybe Windhoek High School, where a player just had the ball in hand and they froze up. And they walked off shaking from the court, probably adrenaline, and everybody's mouths fell open. The opponents had utter looks of concern on their faces for this player. And I think that speaks a lot to the Capricorn Group Schools Netball League. That is a goal for Windhoek Gymnasium, currently leading 3-2 against Windhoek Afrikaans Private School.
WAP has the ball in their circle. That was contact. WAP's ball. WAP has the ball once again.
WAP by their goal attack, Carly Jansen van Rensburg with a goal.
The teams are tied again once more, 3-3 each.
It's about to be a fashion show.
It is.
I made that joke at last year's Capricorn Group Schools Netball League, but it was too funny not to make again.
And that is another goal for Windhoek Gymnasium.
Great minds, Delia, great minds.
Great minds think alike.
Or maybe we're just here for the same purpose.
That was contact. WAP's ball. Are they going to make it a tie once more?
I think the fashion police have a rule on how many ties you're allowed to have. And I think they've broken it.
And amazing defense by WAP's goalkeeper and Windhoek Gymnasium center. That was footwork, WAP's ball. One thing I also notice is the moment the players start to stress, they make silly mistakes.
Yeah, I think because the thing is, you get trained that netball is a fast-paced sport, I remember when I was young playing netball, there was so much pressure to not have to think about the next move, You have to be ready for the next player so that you can take over. They should not have to think about their next move. And that is a goal for Windhoek Gymnasium. We've taken a tie back. I think the fashion police might be satisfied.
No, because WAP has the ball on their side, their third now, but Windhoek Gymnasium is going to take the ball outside the court at the moment.
I think Windhoek Gymnasium is very strong at keeping pace. They don't usually play too fast to allow for those silly mistakes, those little mindless slip-ups. But they still manage to keep up the pace and not be slow enough for their opponent to catch them.
They don't go faster, and they don't. That was a no goal, ladies and gentlemen. No goal. It is currently a Windhoek Gymnasium ball.
Apparently, our Windhoek Afrikaans Private School supporters don't understand why that was a no goal.
Okay, but they have possession of the ball once more, so maybe they can make that no goal a goal.
Let's hope. Here's to hoping. And that is Windhoek Afrikaans Private School with a goal.
And Windhoek Gymnasium has the ball in their third again. That was contact. And that's Windhoek's ball. She passes to the center to the wing attack to the goal shooter. She aims and they score. And WAP has the ball inside the circle. She throws.
There.
That was an amazing save. Did you see that,
Yes,
Irene?
I did.
That was obstruction, so it was WAP's ball once more. And we have a tie again.
Somebody called Joan Rivers. I'm not fighting this battle alone.
Well, WAP has the ball once more.
WAP really have gone from sort of moving too fast to really calculating every move before they make it. But that's good because that's indicative of an adaptation in play strategy.
Well, they're not falling behind with those mistakes, so that says another thing.
It's part of the play strategy adaptation is making your mistakes, seeing how far you can go. It's like a speed limit. You never really know how fast is too fast until you've gone too fast.
Except when you see the board. The board then says, please, this is 60 zone, stop driving 120. And WAP takes the ball once more. They have the ball in their third and in their circle. Amazing throw. That was obstruction. WAP's ball. And that's a goal for WAP.
We are almost at the end of this part of the game before we go for a break.
Yes, because they're under 14, so do they play quarters or do they play halves?
I believe it is halves.
Because I know all high school games usually have quarters, but this is my first time actually commentating on a under 14 match.
I've commentated so many matches throughout the Capricorn Group Schools Netball League. You could tell me that one of their middle names is Purple and I'd have to believe you. There are so many players' names going around, just swirling around in my head at night. You know, so many. This one's quarters, this one's halves. Hopefully quarters, because then we'll get to see more of them, though.
Yes, because this is a very exciting match, because WAP is currently taking the league. The underdogs of the log are taking the lead in this match, Irene.
Lovely. We love a good underdog story. I've been a bookworm for as long as I've lived, practically, and I still love a good underdog story. I haven't grown out of those.
Yes. That's the simple mistakes we talked about.
Yes, but look at how quickly the pace of the game changed.
Yes.
You know, it was literally just a moment, and then the pace of the game had completely changed, and sort of the attitude of the game had completely changed. Absolutely wonderful to see.
That was amazing defense. Did you see that from the goal defense?
Yes.
The goal attack has the ball. She misses. The goal shooter takes the rebounds, and that's a goal for Windhoek Gymnasium. We have a tie once again.
I can only make so many tie jokes, guys. I'm sorry. As much
That
as
was amazing defense.
yes,
Once
that
again.
was amazing defense. You see, Windhoek Afrikaans Private School are now starting to play faster. You know, they went really fast, way too fast, over the limit, played it down slower,
Yeah,
I
after
know
they
they're
got
going
a few
faster
tickets.
Yes. You gotta get a few tickets. You gotta live a little. Pay your tickets though. Don't go too fast for imprisonment. You know? But every now and then you gotta put pedal to the metal. You have to live a little. On the netball court. Not out there. What do you mean? You're doing that in cars? That's illegal.
That seemed like contact. Bunting Gymnasium has the ball in their third and in their circle. Will this be a goal? Yes, it is. That was an amazing goal.
Mm-hmm.
We can see we have a few stressed parents in the crowd.
Yes. We also have some proud school principals. We have Mr. Christian Grobler here in the crowd, one of the principals for Pro Ed Academy in Swakopmund. We have Mr. Wouter Niehaus, who is one of the big guns over at the Namibian Private Schools Organization, and also one of the guys at the helm of Tsumeb Gymnasium.
And that
we
was
have staff, teachers, coaches, parents, friends, all hanging out. I wish I could show you the site of just different schools from all over the country just spending some good time together.
Well, Irene, I think I have to think of more Thai jokes because WAP has the ball inside of their circle again.
I'm a comedian. I'm a commentator, not a comedian. I wish
A
I could be
Thai
both. Wish I could be both, but are they gonna tie the knot? I think that's the last one I can come up with. Can you tell that the Thai joke tank is empty now?
And that was the end of the first thing, I think.
No, it was not. We still have 1 minute left in this half.
In this half, okay. Oh wow, that was amazing.
Beautiful catch there from the wing attack.
That was obstruction. They have the goal shooter has the ball. She aims, she shoots, and it's a goal. And that is WAP's ball. Amazing defense.
That is wonderful. Did you see how Windhoek Gymnasium's one player just dove for it?
Yes.
She went for it.
Please, ladies, this is not rugby, it's netball.
Netball's tougher.
I know, did you know netball players get more concussions than rugby players?
What? Really?
Apparently,
I never knew,
yes.
but it makes so much sense now that I think about it. And I mean, rugby players don't have their nails checked before a game because it might get that aggressive.
Or the earrings removed.
Exactly. Name a sport more intense. We'll wait. That is the end of this quarter. You have until the end of the break to think of a sport more intense than netball. Come back to us. Let us know in the comments what you think. It might be a little bit of a more intense sport. And we are back with the Capricorn Group Schools Netball League. This is Windhoek Gymnasium versus Afrikaans Private School in the under 14 division. At halftime, we were tied. Halftime, we were tied at 8 each between Windhoek Afrikaans Private School and Windhoek Gymnasium. Delia, give us a little bit of a rundown. What have you seen? What have you noticed? What have you thought? What have you felt?
This is a very fast-paced game. We can hear the crowd. Both are cheering. We don't know who to cheer for anymore because both teams are playing with all they have.
Yes, and there we have playoff by Windhoek Gymnasium center to their wing attack, sending it right onto their goal attack. That is obstruction, says our umpire.
That was one obstruction once again. And it was by the wing defense again. That would have been an amazing goal. And that's a goal for Windhoek Gymnasium. That was obstruction. WAP's ball. Amazing defense by Windhoek Gymnasium Center. Did you see that, Irene?
Yes, I did. Indeed, affirmative.
Windhoek Gymnasium has the ball inside of their circle. She shoots and scores.
Our Windhoek Afrikaans Private School supporters are very, very eager, very ardent for their team to take it home. They can still take it home. Delia, what do you think is the toughest position to play on a netball court?
Probably goal shooter or goal attack, because the rest of the players can work as hard as they can to get the ball to you, but if you don't score, you don't win.
Fair enough.
And you, Irene?
I think a center. I used to play center. It is exhausting. I played a bunch of positions, and center is exhausting, but that's what keeps you in the game. When you're standing on the line, you're like a wing attack or a wing defense or something. You could get a little bit lost. And that is a goal for Windhoek Gymnasium, currently leading at 15-11. You can see a very excited crowd there.
Yes, the crowd is truly very excited. We can see Windhoek Gymnasium picked up on the defensive side of this game. WAP currently has the ball inside their third. Are they going to get to the circle? Amazing defense by the wing defense of Windhoek Gymnasium. Windhoek Gymnasium accidentally loses the ball. This is the mistakes we talked about. The players are getting tired, moving too fast for themselves.
But weren't you saying that about Windhoek Afrikaans Private School in the beginning? And now you've said it about Windhoek Gymnasium?
Tiredness is fixed as all, Irene. That was obstruction, WAP's ball. And that's a goal for WAP. Windhoek Gymnasium has the ball in their circle. She plays out. That was obstruction. Windhoek Gymnasium's ball. They have the ball in their circle. And that's a goal for Windhoek Gymnasium. There's currently a WAP ball.
You know a netball girl is tired when there's little lassies of hair falling out. I don't know how netball girls keep their hair as neat as they do.
Yeah. If you compare the netball girls there to the hockey girls there, oh my hat.
Literally, hat, get somebody a hat, please.
And Windhoek Gymnasium has the ball inside of their circle, almost. In the hands of the goal shooter. She aims, she shoots, and she scores.
Beautiful goal.
Beautiful.
I'm a sucker for those goals that keep you on the edge of your toes. It's absolutely fantastic.
It is. Makes you feel alive.
That is Windhoek Afrikaans Private School struggling to make it past their opponents from Windhoek Gymnasium. Windhoek Gymnasium on that ball like a dog on a bone. That is Windhoek Gymnasium in possession of the ball, sending it on from their wing attack to centre back to the wing attack, back to the centre, looking to get into their goal territory, back to their wing attack now. And right in their goal territory to their goal shooter. WAP tries to intercept. That is contact, says our umpire.
She aims. She shoots. And she misses. But the goal shooter has
She
the
tries
ball
again.
And
She scores.
This time she scores.
We have just over 10 minutes left in this match now. Windhoek Gymnasium leading 18-13 against Windhoek Afrikaans Private School. And that is
that's
another
another
goal
amazing goal.
for Windhoek Gymnasium by their goal attack. It was almost like she didn't think about it. I swear, I looked in her eyes and it was empty. She just
like a reflex.
Whoops, there we go.
And WAP has the ball.
Strong defense there from Windhoek Gymnasium.
That was obstruction. Amazing defense from the goalie. Defense once more. But unfortunately, that was contact. They have the ball inside of their circle.
That's a little bit far. But
No,
beautiful.
not far. Not for her. She got the goal.
Not for her, apparently.
That was contact. Then Windhoek Gymnasium has the ball inside of their circle.
I think the Windhoek Gymnasium gameplay strategy is actually quite elementary. It really goes back to the basics of it. I think there's that saying that says, keep it simple, stupid. And I think that really applies here, where they have a really just basic, back to what you were taught in grade 1, 2, and 3, minus the inky loop around the court. But just the elemental play strategy.
That was a very close call. WAP has the ball in their third, close to their circle. That was contact. WAP's ball. And that's a goal for WAP. WAP has the ball inside of their circle. She plays it out.
Oh, that didn't work out well for them.
Nope, and it's a Gymnasium ball outside of the court. No, sorry, a WAP ball outside of the court.
Beautiful, fast-paced game there for WAP.
Amazing save, but Windhoek oh, that was offsides. WAP's ball. No, sorry, Windhoek Gymnasium ball.
Gymnasium being forced along the sidelines now, playing it out.
Windhoek Gymnasium has the ball in their third. They are moving towards their circle. In the hands of the magic goal shooter.
That is a goal.
And that's a goal for Windhoek Gymnasium.
Currently they are leading 19-14.
20
to 15 against Windhoek Afrikaans Private School.
And it's a Gymnasium ball once more. That was contact, Gymnasium ball. They have the ball inside of their circle. And that's another goal for Windhoek Gymnasium.
That is 21-15.
It's still a WAP ball. Amazing defense by the wing defense of Windhoek Gymnasium. Windhoek Gymnasium has the ball in their third, close to their circle. And they have the ball inside their circle. That was contact, Windhoek Gymnasium's ball. And that's another goal for Windhoek Gymnasium. And that's
22-15.
yes.
We have just over 5.5-ish minutes left in this match, with another goal for Vintage Gymnasium.
They're scoring a goal each minute, it seems like.
Golden minutes super well, honestly. Whatever they have, I want it to.
And WAP has the ball. Amazing defense by Vintage Gymnasium. There was obstruction. WAP's ball. WAP has the ball inside of their circle, and that's a goal by WAP.
$23.15 for Vintage Gymnasium at this point.
WAP has the ball in their third, close to their circle.
Long shot there.
Let's see, she aims. She plays out.
Oh, deception.
And that was 3 seconds, Vintage Gymnasium's ball.
Right along the sideline there for Vintage Gymnasium, playing it out. WAP tries to save that one. Gymnasium saves it right on the edge.
Vintage
Beautiful
Gymnasium.
shot there for Gymnasium.
Yes, we do. And
Another
that's
goal for
another
Vintage
goal for
Gymnasium.
Vintage Gymnasium.
That is 24-16 against Windhoek Afrikaans Private School.
Well, WAP has the ball inside of their circle now. And that's a goal for WAP. Only 3 minutes and 10 seconds left. Well, Vintage Gymnasium has the ball inside of their circle. There was obstruction, Vintage Gymnasium's ball. And it's another goal for Vintage Gymnasium. And WAP has the ball inside their circle. Nice save by Vintage Gymnasium. They are moving.
I love how cool-headed these girls are at this point in the match. I love how cool-headed they are at this point in the match.
Yeah, same.
They're chilling, honestly.
They like what happens, happens.
Que sera, sera. Just over 2 minutes left in this match now.
Well, WAP has second control of the ball now. And now Vintage Gymnasium has the ball once more. Vintage Gymnasium has control of the ball. They have the ball in their third, close to their circle. They have the ball inside of their
Beautiful catch.
circle.
That is
And
a
that's a
phenomenal catch. Beautiful goal.
They have the ball inside of their circle again. And it's another goal, Irene.
They are really trying to get a leg up here.
They are currently leading the match by 10 points, 27-17.
I think you didn't really win a netball match if you're not leading by at least 10 points.
A win is a win, Irene. A win is a win.
Is it though?
If it's in the finals and you win by one mark or 1 point, still win.
Yeah, but it's better to win by 10 points. It's nicer.
Well, it's 9 points at the moment because WAP just scored.
The 10 points always just rolls off the tongue. 17-27, you know? Rolls off the tongue.
Well,
Vintage Gymnasium are trying very hard not to make me a liar here, apparently.
yeah. Well, that's a WAP ball outside of the court. Can the Gymnasium save it?
Can they?
Will they?
Shall they?
I ran out of English words. Should I start speaking Latin?
Would they? Must they?
Gaan hulle, wil hulle, sal hulle. And that's another goal for WAP. And that's the end of the match between Windhoek Gymnasium and Windhoek Afrikaanse Private School. Windhoek Gymnasium takes the win on their home court with 27-18 against WAP.
That was the end of the Capricorn Group Schools Netball League action here at the Windhoek Gymnasium Netball Courts until tomorrow morning, that is. So for those of you who like to wake up at 10 a.m., tomorrow's not one of those mornings. Bright and early, 8 a.m., the action starts all the way up to 3:30 when we have the prize giving. By then, we will know who the winners are. Absolute beautiful display there. This is one of my favorite parts of any game, any sport. Thank you so much for joining us on the MyZone Facebook page, NTV, all the Namibia Media Holdings platforms. We will be back on those same platforms tomorrow with the last of the 2023 Capricorn Group Schools Netball League. Delia, can you get me a tissue? I'm about to cry. It's almost over.
I can't believe it. It feels like it started yesterday.
It does, but we'll see you tomorrow for the final action. Thank you so much for joining us. I've been Irene Marie van der Walt, joined by the ever lovely
Delia de Villiers.
We'll see you tomorrow.